Here's one of my anti-gravity batteries. I had it sitting in the vet for not quite 4 months. Left it hooked up, completely depleted the one, so hit the restart. Still didn't unlock the doors. Manually unlock the doors, pop the hood, check the voltage. One side was 0, one side was 9.5. So when you hit the restart, it had at least 9.5 volts in it. I got it hooked to a proper charging system, and it took a few tries on the reset on the charger to get this to start charging, but it is charging, so that's a plus. Whatever, the restart didn't work. So the second one, I'm deliberately going to drain down, and hopefully it'll cut off and I can hit the restart on it and it'll work. If not, we're all just wishful thinking, because there is no miracle battery. I've watched a few YouTube videos and where they say these things don't explode or burn up or whatever, they're showing them that they are. A bit scary. I like to be up to date, and thinking finally somebody got us some quality automotive batteries. It's just maybe a crapshoot, who knows. So from now on, if this battery works out, regardless of the restart working or whatever, with them unhooked, they stay charged. Because the one in the 31 Dodge was unhooked for a good 4 months, and it was still fully charged, or near full charge. But we'll see. Alright, so I just seen my headlights blink twice. The second time they just finally shut off. So, let's see where the battery's at. Well, they just came back on. That's funny. Alright, so they turned off twice. Come on. Okay, so the battery is at 12.3 volts. Let's see what happens here. Because when I looked at it, it wasn't showing anything. There, it shut off. Alright, so the computer in this one's doing its job. See, the lights are off. Just wait a second, maybe it'll come back on. Very strange, but cool, I guess. If it's doing its job. Well, anyway, so the battery cuts off at 12.3, which is trying to save itself. Let's hit restart and see if it see what it does. We went to 12.4, and to hold it down for a couple of seconds. It's bouncing. Okay, well, Seems like it's working. I figured it would jump back up to like 14 volts or something. Nope, it just shut back off. Whatever. Okay, let's try it again. Huh. Headlights are on. They don't stay on very long. No, I'm thinking it's a crapshoot. Nope, just shut off. Okay, well, I don't know why the battery is shutting itself off at over 12 volts. But I am hitting the restart and it is starting up. Although it a few times restarted itself. I never did touch the button. Yeah, there it shut off. Okay. But still, it shouldn't shut itself off. And you would think the restart should have a fresh whatever. Alright, so it cuts off 12.3 and the restart mechanism seems to be working on this one. Let's hook up the other battery and see what it... Alright, so I've hooked up the 31 battery. It did not start charging immediately, so I'm going to hit the reset button. Charger went into sleep mode. Okay, it's not taking charge. Let's hold it down for 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it's saying it's fully charged. Okay, you're killing me. See, that's not accurate at all. Son of a bitch. At least the red icon's not coming on, but come on. All right, let's try something here. There we go. All right. Weird thing. So I had to hold the restart down for a few seconds. All right, so let's go ahead and put the one in that didn't work. Let's drain it down, see what happens. All right, I have the battery in that failed, one from the vet. Headlights are on. Charge a little over 13, which is weird. Let's try something here. this mechanism works at all in this one. When I first attempted the restart on this one, I heard a pop crack like a small discharge. That's something probably. Whatever. The headlights are working. So I'm going to deplete this battery and see what happens. Check this out. Alright, anyway. Alright, so that battery finally shut off. Let's hit the restart and see what happens. 11.54. Well, the restart came on. The lights are on again. All right, so it seems like the there we go. All right, let's see. I could see this restarting at 11 volts, but scary. Okay, there it shut off on its own again. Alright, so I'll disconnect that and fully recharge it. Alright, thank goodness the restart seemed to work. Alright, so conclusion on both batteries. I'm fortunate that both of them fully charged. And I'm hopeful that my next one that I get will help the wife on the 2014 Honda Civic. That one, if the battery goes dead, you can't unlock the car, not even manually. You have to use your AAA and get a locksmith. So they thought of a restart on the battery, and that would have been king for that 2014 Honda Civic. Both batteries seem to be working on the restart mechanism. I think the battery for the Vet drops to too low of a voltage, and at 9.5 that would burn up the ignition switch. I've had to replace the ignition switch in that C5 2 or 3 times because of a low voltage on the battery. So I'm just going to do a quick disconnect because the batteries seem to hold their charge for a very long time, which is beautiful. So I think the restart mechanism, I'm not going to rely on that. I'm just going to do a quick disconnect and be good. And hopefully they'll keep producing something like this, because the longer you stick with something, the better it'll get. So any improvements or making this what I think is an awesome battery. I'm sure in the future they'll make way better improvements, and the quality and everything will be much better. Just keep up the good work and keep making us some good products, please.